ultimately, when I see something that like doesn't make sense, I don't immediately go, this doesn't make sense, and that's because alien lizards are controlling the government. I go, I wonder what the reason is. And then I investigate why the government is doing that. I want to give you guys a good example, okay? I want to give you a good example. Here. Doge, coming to a government building near you. Pack your bag. Please no, government employees studying the sex life of beetles. Here is the retort to it. A dementia drug based on a chemical discovered in an exotic type of snail was just invented. Studying the reproductive habits of insects has allowed us to increase crop yields. You think you're making a good point, but you don't even have the capacity to realize how dumb you are. People love to look at things that they do not understand and say, why are we studying this? This sounds stupid. Not recognizing all of the many benefits that have come from studying those things that you consider are stupid. Problem is, a lot of people feel this way. Okay? A lot. They look at something and they go, this is dumb. I, at least, unlike many of these other idiots, recognize my stupidity, recognize the limits that I have to my intelligence. These people do not. That's the difference. I recognize I'm an idiot who speaks online every day. That's my job. There are certain things I'm good at and a whole lot that I'm bad at, okay? But because I know my own limitations, I go, that science stuff, that's not for me, dog. I'm stupid, okay? I'm dumb. I don't get it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to listen to the nerds, okay? It's that simple. And I feel like we just lost touch with reality at this point. Americans are so hopped up on hyper independence. Like American exceptionalism and American individualism is going to be the death of this nation. Okay? American individualism dictates if I came up with something, it's very important. You got to listen to it. You got to listen to it. Doesn't matter. I will figure this out on my own. Let me do this. Let me tackle this issue. Okay? F the experts. American exceptionalism is like, guess what? I'm an American citizen. I came up with this thought, this stupid ass thought all on my own. I soloed this entire process. And for that reason, you have to listen to me. You have to sit there and take me seriously. And sometimes you're going to be like, no, dog, you're dumb. Okay? You're stupid as I saw you eating gas station egg salad yesterday. I don't care what you have to say about scientific research. And I say this as someone who eats gas station egg salad sandwiches. I'm dumb. I shouldn't be anywhere near this kind of research. Okay? What the f? It just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense that they're like, I came up with this on my own. Okay? I'm an autodidact. No, you're an auto dumbass, dude. You're not. You're not an autodidact. Shut the f up. It pisses me off, dude. Why is there a division of labor? Why is it that we have specialties? Like, why are people going to school at all? Just ask random dumbasses that you see on the street what they think about vaccines and just let that guy dictate policy. It, dude. Years and years of study, years and years of research. Throw it out. Makes me so mad, dude. Perhaps you would consider that RFK Jr. did research and is now an expert? Yeah, exactly.
Hello, I'm trying to do something new here, and I don't know if it's going to work, but bear with me. There's a tweet that I'd like to look at. It's called, it's from the Redheaded Libertarian, and we can see from her bio over here that she works with Tim Pool, so I'm not expecting great faith arguments to start with. There's a partisan start to the conversation, but why do we need a Department of Government Efficiency? And there's 27,000 likes here. In 2020, the U.S. government spent $4.5 million to spray alcoholic rats with bobcat urine. Now, what's going on? Why would they do that? It does seem silly. It seems like a lot of money. We could make the argument this isn't that much money. And in the scheme of things, it isn't. I want the government of the U.S. to be spending money on scientific research. And it doesn't spend very much of its money on scientific research. I mean, like, we could pull up a budget. What's the budget? That's the Hoboken Public Library. Why does Google suck? Government of the U.S., not the Hoboken Public Library. What's this one? Is this federal spending by function?
Las
We've got,
Canarias, thank
this
you
is
for the 10 gifted
2015.
subs.
What's happening? Let's just do 2020 so we have something slightly more useful. Oh, thanks for the 2015 one. That
I will literally put you on the first goddamn spaceship to Mars, you dumb. Don't you ever come in here. Don't you ever come in here and do this dumb shit. Goddamn, I get so mad. Isn't Doge kind of a funny name and efficiency is almost good, right? Neek skit. I swear to God, you are on my last nerve. We're literally tackling the issue head on here, okay? We're looking at why dumbass is going, we're going to cut certain types of spending because it's so stupid. Why is this stupid? Because I decided it sounds stupid. Why? That can lead you astray. That's the whole premise of this video. We are literally answering your goddamn question, okay? That's the reason why I clicked on a Hank Green video. You understand me? That's the point. Shut the up, buckle in, and learn something, okay? That sometimes when things sound stupid to you, okay, and you go, why don't we make this more efficient? Maybe there's a reason for it.
That's freaking awesome. I love that. Why do we suck? Where did my taxes go?
These people would not have made it out the caves, dude. I swear to God. Modern medicine has gone too far, I think. RFK Jr. is right. I'm anti-medicine. It's keeping the dumbest alive, bro. I swear. It's gone too far. I'm on board with RFK Jr. now. Okay? That's it. We're done. We're done. Too many people are surviving. It's over. Bro, why do you have to consistently demean them, though? Because they're a troll, dumbass. That's why. And sometimes I got to yell at somebody. What am I supposed to do here? We're literally... We not only did I start talking about how it's so dumb for random people to look at a thing that they don't understand and go, I don't understand this. Why does it exist? Instead of like examining why it actually exists and just taking a position that it must be eliminated, okay, and how stupid that could be. Instead of just buckling in, your immediate solution, your immediate thing is like, well, I like efficiency. Yes, dude, everybody likes efficiency, okay? They are never going to present something in a bad way, okay? Do you understand that? They're not going to be like, we are creating a department so that I can, take away veterans' health care, okay? They're not going to be like veterans openly, but that's what they're going to end up doing. Do you understand? But they're not going to sell it as that because even they are not that stupid. That's how it works, man. I don't get it. Why didn't they call it the Department of Melting the Poor? Why don't they? I don't understand. Efficiency is good. Yeah, that's why they're calling it the Department of Government Efficiency. One, because it's haha memes. And two, because they're not going to call it the Department of Cutting Spending for things that people need to survive. Okay? They're not going to call it that.
Property taxes? No! Show me the federal budget! Why does Google suck? Okay, I like this better. So one of these things is going to be, so we've got education, we've got veterans benefits, we've got, what was this? Interest on debt, veterans benefits, food and agriculture, housing and community, transportation. Somewhere in here, there's going to be energy and science! There it is! There it is. Look, I don't think that number is as big as it should be. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the $38 billion doesn't matter. I'm just saying if I'm the Department of Government Efficiency, I have a lot of places to look before I get to the $4.5 million spent on spraying alcohol.
That's right. Medicare. Cut Medicare. Too much. Too much spending on Medicare.
Alcoholic rats with bobcat urine. But that does not mean that this was a good use of money. And I don't know why you would spray an alcoholic rat with bobcat urine, but I bet somebody does, and I bet it's not as weird as it sounds. Let's take ourselves into the world and say, why would you spray any rat with...
Okay, for the record, what he's going through right here is exactly identical to my line of thinking, okay? I am of the mindset that while the government can be wasteful, certainly, or have bad goals in mind, like the endless amount of money that we spend on our defense, which is actually technically for offense, okay? Just remember that. ultimately, when I see something that like doesn't make sense, I don't immediately go, this doesn't make sense. And that's because alien lizards are controlling the government and they're trying to turn the freaking frogs gay. When I look at a situation like that, and I've described this process to you a lot of times, okay? I've described this process to you many, many instances. I don't immediately go, I am cynical. I think this is bullshit. Let's let it rot. I go, I wonder what the reason is. I wonder why this thing that sounds insane, $4.5 million to spray alcoholic rats with bobcat urine, that sounds insane. We both understand that that sounds crazy, okay? I wonder why the government is doing that, okay? And then I investigate why the government is doing that, which is what he's going to be doing right here.
Bobcat.
I think you're describing critical thinking. I know, but it's better to just walk people through the steps of how this works, okay?
Right. And it's because bobcats are rat predators, and you probably want to induce a stress response. So there's probably a bunch of ways to stress out a rat, and there's probably a bunch of sort of standard ways where you know how much a particular thing is going to stress out a rat. I know that one way is that you like electrify the cage and shock their little paws to cause them a little bit of pain. That it's not necessarily that it's inhumane, but that could be a lot sort of harder to pull off than just getting bobcat urine from a place that has bobcats and then spray. Like, how much does bobcat urine cost? Predator urine. Oh, I love that. I love what? Wait a second. Talking with the P-Man. So yeah, you could pick up a 64-ounce growler. Oh, no, I would have used that word, of bobcat urine for $125. That's easy. You could do it in a number of different labs. So if you wanted to repeat the thing, you just go to the P-Man and you say, hey, pick me up a little bit more bobcat urine. You spray it with this sprayer. It's the same thing. This is, I almost guarantee you, why they sprayed the alcoholic rats with bobcat urine. It wasn't to see like what happens when you spray an alcoholic rat with bobcat urine. It was to intentionally induce a stress response to see what would happen. And I don't know if these rats are alcoholic, because this is just some tweet from the internet. I don't know if they're alcoholic rats or if they are rats who are drunk. If they got rats drunk and then stressed them out, and then they stressed out non-drunk rats to see like the difference between them.
Hi, I'm a scientific researcher. You can frame all research in this type of way. For example, I've spent 5 years studying how one bacterial protein behaves under pressures 2x greater than the Mariana Trench. Sounds dumb and pointless. Or, in layman's terms, I'm figuring out how to make Parkinson's medication more efficiently. Please don't take away my funding. Marinara Trench. So that is the point, right? Like the example I use always, and this is a technique that Republicans use so frequently when talking about like medicine that they don't like. Okay, I'm going to just categorize this as medicine that Republicans don't like. Republicans don't like HRT, okay? Well, they do like HRT when they're taking it, right? They just don't like HRT when trans people are taking it. So they describe the medical process in the most gruesome ways possible, okay? Now, you can do that for every single instance of medicine, okay? I can do that for open heart surgery. If I were to describe to you the process in which you have to cut someone's skin open, okay, and dig deep, break their rib cage piece by piece, pull it apart, okay, and then go in there and cut open their heart, you'd be like, that's gruesome. We should stop that. We should stop that. What do you mean people are using a bone saw? I thought only Mohammed bin Salman's most loyal soldiers use that in an Istanbul embassy against journalists that they don't like. What? Ban heart surgery now. Ban it. I'm scared. Okay? That's barbaric, right? When you think about it, it's barbaric. It's also a necessity, a medical necessity. Okay? We cannot operate on the whims of idiots. Do you understand? We can't do that. We have a long practice of doing just that. And we look back at history and we dunk on those guys. Okay? Like, we love turning around and being like, these idiots, like, they punished my man for saying that the earth revolves around the sun and not vice versa. How stupid were these guys who were controlling the institutions, man? What a bunch of dumbasses. And then without even a shred of irony, we turn around and do the same shit. Oh my Lord.
Those two things, which would be interesting if the rats are actually alcoholic and they've created
What am I in the new Philip DeFranco for?
a dependency on alcohol in the rats, and then they are seeing if they spray it, if the rats then do something.
What it is?
Sup, you
All right, let's continue.
that, like, in response to alcohol. Like, if you stress out an alcohol, like a rat that has previously been conditioned to be dependent on alcohol, if you stress that rat out, will it drink more or less? I can see it. Like, I feel like I've a little bit, like, this is an interesting exercise to be like, why would someone spray an alcoholic rat with bobcat urine? But we probably don't need to figure this out. I can just search bobcat urine rat spray. No, that's just giving me predator pee again. Bobcat urine, rat, alcoholic rat. There's a little Google thing here. It says exposure to bobcat urine can increase alcohol self-administration. So if rats are stressed out, they will drink more. And that may also increase sensitivity to alcohol's interoceptive effects.
Ugh, AI overview. Gross. What the fuck, dude? Everything's getting worse. Everything is getting worse. Everything is getting worse. Everything is getting worse. Oh my God, Google is so useless nowadays. Oh my God, I hate everything. Sorry.
Is that just like drunkenness? Interoception is the sense that provides
I
information
like that his Google is pink though. That's cute. I like that.
about the body's internal
Nice
state
and pleasant. That's nice and pleasant.
Okay. We've got an actual study here. This is from 2020, so that is the year. Alcohol use disorder is highly comorbid with traumatic stress disorders in humans, and duly diagnosed individuals cite negative affective symptoms as a primary reason for drinking alcohol. So this is, you guys, is this science that we're doing to help veterans with substance use disorders? Is that what we're mad about? I know people hate this, but if you go to ChatGPT and you ask it to explain an abstract to you of a topic you don't understand, well, it will.
Oh my God, come on, get to the point. When it comes to wasteful scientific research, there are a ton of examples to point fingers at. The government funded research that put shrimp on treadmills. The government funded a study spraying bobcat urine at alcoholic rats. The New York Post compiled a list of suggestions of things Doge ought to keep our tax dollars away from, including cats on treadmills. So many treadmills. The outrage is palpable. How dare scientists do research on an immediate practical application? The entire point of the Slate article is to say that science and scientific experimentation is oftentimes wasteful. The idea that we are going to maximize the efficiency of scientific research is idiotic. Because when you are on a journey to find answers for a particular thing, sometimes you are going to do experiments that are going to come across as dumb, okay, to the average person. And some of them are going to fail, but it doesn't matter. That's the whole process of scientific discovery. Holy fuck! But what these angry pundits truly reveal is how little they understand about how science works. For science to be effective, it simply cannot be efficient. Scientists do things they've already done and do them over and over again, changing one tiny variable at a time. They do a lot of seemingly silly things in an attempt to recreate aspects of a world in a lab where they can be monitored and replicated over and over and over again. These studies might seem like a waste of precious resources, but this inefficiency is, in itself, efficient. It's the simplest, most clear way of coming to a true understanding of reality. Would you rather researchers try to chase shrimp around in their environments? These seemingly silly studies provide proof of a phenomenon and sometimes exercises in serendipity. Here, where's the second mention of bobcat in the article? Okay, yes, maybe you still have questions about the bobcat pee thing. People seem very upset about the idea that the government is spending money spraying bobcat pee on rats, but here's the thing. There are many rodent studies that waft bobcat pee, cat hair, fox odor, and more at mice. If this sounds silly, it's because you are not thinking like a mouse. Predators stress out cats. Predators stress out mice, cats, bobcats, foxes, mouse predators. Those wasteful studies were studying the effects of stress on rats and how that stress might be increased if those rats had a lot of previous alcohol exposure. It's not about giving rats nightmares. It's something important to study and understand for the many people living with both alcoholism and post-traumatic stress disorder. That kind of research can lead down the line to important medical interventions. Rats have an immune system that is close in similarity and is an acceptable victim to Americans and just global scientific experiments. And given the similarities within the rat immune system and the human immune system, a lot of medical research is conducted on rats originally, because it would be insane until we go full Hitler on conducting these sorts of torturous experiments on human beings. Like I said, until we go full Hitler, and then we'll probably do that. But then it'll be allowed. When people pull out these examples of inefficiency, mocking the seemingly silly waste of government funding, what they're really showing is their ignorance. They're showing that they have no real understanding of what research is or how it works. And if basic research is stripped down, streamlined, or tossed entirely in favor of efficiency, it will just not be scientists who suffer. It will be all of us. I also think the government is the ideal mechanism for funding scientific research that does not have immediate material benefits for humans. Yeah, like the internet. There is no profit to be had in zoological research, and it doesn't directly impact humans, but it's still important and good to know to expand our knowledge base of the world around us. It's so short-sighted to be mad at this. I hate that so many people do not examine, do not scratch the surface even a little bit. They don't even care to examine why certain things are happening. They don't. They just go, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. Kill it. It sucks. It's very stupid. It's very frustrating. And in an era where narrative is more important than the truth, okay, and critical thinking is not necessarily valued or even taught, we are becoming dumber and dumber as a direct consequence of that. And we are advocating for our own demise every single day. Any kind of technological achievement that you take for granted every single day of the week is at some step in that in the discovery, in the scientific discovery, scientists were doing a whole bunch of shit that you would consider to be stupid. Okay, that's it. Like you'd be like, oh, why are we doing that? That's stupid. Why are we testing so much on animals? Or why are we wasting so much money on this? And why are we wasting so much money on that? This is dumb. Anyway.